Mirepoix. 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 You hit the switch?
It's the green.
Bam!
It's the green juice.
Welcome back, Mirepoix.
Yes, sir.
Episode 49.
Yes, sir.
Growing, changing, improving, making life better.
Man.
Welcome to the Mirepoix, ladies and gentlemen. As you know, the Mirepoix is traditionally a term to describe one of the greatest flavor bases in the cooking or culinary world, comprised of onions, carrots, celery, reduced down a little bit of butter and fat to make the best flavor base. Now, our Mirepoix right here is our talents, our expertise, our charm, simmered down by you, the viewer.
Yes, sir.
And as always, my name is Gilberto Casimiro Valdez Arias, Guildmaster for the Guild, bringing event planning perfection and execution right to your doorstep. No matter what your vision may be, I promise you, the Guild has everything you need to make it come to life.
Yeah.
And joining us with the Mirepoix is our host, the grand, the spectacular.
Yeah, buddy, let me turn that down. It is Chef Kai's from the Chef Kai's Experience, where we provide the best luxurious dining experience in the comfort of your own home or the environment of your choosing. As always, meaning that we will bring our services to you where you are. So shall we be also. We travel, do weddings, corporate events, luncheons, whatever. We got it locked down and we do it the best for you. So
damn right.
Welcome guys. It's a beautiful time, man.
Hold on, he forgot to mention award-winning.
Award-winning. I gotta get used to that addition to the title, man. It's still kind of fresh, and we still have more to win.
Damn right. Right.
Welcome to episode 49, bro.
49, dude.
Can we start off with this toast, bro?
Oh yeah,
beautiful
let's dive
cocktail
right into it.
man.
Let's dive right into it, cause it's what we do. Now you stay tuned, and I'll dive more into this. I'll teach you how to make it right here. We just set up a new action cam. We got a producer in the building.
Yes, sir.
Hey, yo, Justin, say what's up.
Hey, what's up? He's here, man. He's here.
That's a black dragon here to provide his production skills
also
to our studio.
Mr. Bose.
Mr. Bose, that's
man.
right.
We brought one of the viewers into the home, man, and we've been saying if you guys want to be a part of the Mirepoix, we're still young, we're still fresh. We're still looking for people who want to join the team, man, hungry, eager, and ready to see us succeed and be a part of that success, baby. So
here we are.
Welcome, Mr. Bose.
Episode 49, we titled it Mentorship.
Yeah.
We got some cool topics, some cool stir in the pot, some cool everything bingo, educational pieces. But before we dive all into that, guys, how was your week, bro? How's it been since we last saw you, my guy?
So if y'all been following the Morning Brew, which is the Mirepoix going live every morning, you know, I've been telling you guys about the ranch. We're going to the ranch Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and it was no light work, bro. Let me tell you, if there was never more of a reason for you to book a chef, try cooking breakfast, lunch, and dinner for 20 guests consecutively and making everybody happy. Like, just imagine that, creating some amazing meals, giving them an amazing experience, and doing that while trying to also entertain your guests, being the host. It doesn't work very well, which is why we do what we do. We do all the hard stuff for you, man. We get the sores on the feet, aches on the back, and all that stuff. But we do it with pleasure, man. We do it understanding our purpose is to serve. And bro, we had a great time. Clients ended up enjoying the entire experience, raving reviews. These people were business owners spread out from all over the United States. And for them to be able to appreciate our food, knowing that they've been to different countries, different cities, just speaks a lot to what we're doing. So all in all, man, very grateful. Shout out to the Bright Star Care Group. Shout out to Legacy Rex for booking us the second time this year, looking for a third. You know what I'm saying? So just we getting those returning clients, bro. Those returns tell me everything I need to know, man.
Award-winning and satisfaction guaranteed, baby.
Exactly.
Well, shit, dog, man. How am I supposed to follow that up? I mean, look, all right. I didn't have no journey like that this past week, but For my fellow gamers out there,
Come
for
on.
anyone that keeps up with Assassin's Creed, they have a particular moment. It's a powerful scene in every game where the main character, for the first time, takes the leap of faith and falls off and goes plummeting downward, only to land in a nice little safe hay bale. And God of War style, I just did mine off a cliff. This past week was my last week ever in my life. I am proclaiming it now.
Let's go, baby.
Having a day job.
Let's go.
I've been preaching it to everyone top to bottom. If you want your business to succeed, you cannot have a day job. And I'm sure if y'all follow me at the Guild TX on Instagram, if you keep up with those morning brews every morning, Monday through Thursday, talking about what we're doing, how we're getting into, you've seen we've been going on up. And that's the only way we're moving from this moment forward. And so I finally took that leap of faith.
Yes, sir.
Got to meet with some clients, potential clients, turning them into clients.
Yes.
And really defining what it is that the Guild does, which is at its core event planning. We got all the tools and necessities and everything life needs to make the best party possible, make the best event possible, make it an unforgettable moment that all your guests are sure to remember for the rest of their lives.
Indeed, baby.
And now we are applying my operational skills and using these events to help build brand recollection, customer engagement, reach new customers, keep old customers, and use these events to really flesh out whatever brand that business may be trying to develop and grow. And that is what the first few meetings with the clients have been about, trying to make it happen, putting it all down. We got some pre-shift later, so I can tell y'all what's coming up, But to that end, that's what the week's been. That's been the pre-shift. That's been the wake up, the how you been the last week. And I'm asking you want to dive right into the bingo? You want to do a little main topic first? I see now we got the whole show. Can we switch to the action cam real quick?
Yes, we can.
Let's see what that's
Bam. All right. So watching it here first for the first time ever in my life, we got an action cam. Ta-da! So you can see all the wonderful stuff. You might have to slide this just a smidge this way, but action cam is up and running to where we can give y'all a glimpse of what we're doing and how we're doing instead of just talking about it. And shout out to my boy Kais being the first to say, hold on, let me cook on this thing. Let me cook on the action cam and show y'all how it's done.
You gotta see it. And Mama always said, don't move grease and fire together. So we're kind of being daredevils here.
Yo.
But
that's that expertise in practice, baby.
we're doing it for you guys. We're doing it for the viewers.
Hey, so is that the action cam? Is that how it looks like?
Yeah, not too shabby.
All right.
Not too shabby. We'll keep developing, guys.
Yeah, we're tweaking, we're learning, we're
Might
growing.
be better to push it back so it can get more
You want to try?
of the view.
Let's see. I mean, hey, producer, you're the one that has the cam on the computer. You tell us how it looks. I think we got a delay on our end, right?
Yeah, we have a delay.
Yeah. Oh, it's quite significant.
It's good for that spot, but it isn't catching anything right now, so you would need to move stuff over a little bit.
So wait, it's right here?
Yeah, pretty much. It covers the flower to the top right here.
Could you just
okay.
adjust?
Yeah, twist the camera to where it's more this way.
Well, I mean, like
spin the pole. Yeah, spin the pole.
Depending on what's
There you
being
go.
done.
Yeah,
at that
there we
time,
go.
You know what I mean?
There we go. Okay. How's that look on your end, producer?
Yeah, no, I can see the chicken. I can see everything over
Boom.
there.
All right. So then let's dive right into bingo.
Cool, baby.
Thank y'all for staying through with us through that end. So, if you want to flash over to bingo real quick, bam.
Yeah.
We got, for this week, you got the free choice of anything North American.
Amen, bro.
What you hitting? What you bringing for the people?
Well, being an American, I felt like, I had to give ode to the country that love and hates me at the same time. If you understand where I'm going. This is America.
Don't catch you slipping
now.
now.
Yeah, don't catch me slipping now. We'll still be real about it, but at the same time, a land of opportunities and a land of fried chicken sandwiches, guys. We already know. Yeah. There's a few sandwiches that hold the title of being Americans or the America's sandwich. You got the grilled cheese, you got the club sandwiches, the cheeseburgers. But I feel like as of lately, bro, every place is popping off with chicken sandwiches, fried chicken sandwiches to be even more specific. And let's not forget about the whole food wars that happened a few years ago with the Chick-fil-A and the Popeyes. You know, our producer is a big Popeyes fan, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'm more of a Chick-fil-A man. I think Chick-fil-A has more flavor.
Oh,
Popeyes to me, as of late, has not been coming correct.
oh man.
And I know a lot of people are gonna disagree with me on that, and that's okay. You know, it's your opinion, your life, your world. But yeah, I got some marinated chicken breast. I marinated in the Chick-fil-A style with a little bit of buttermilk, some pickle brine.
Okay.
I did my house seasoning bling, as y'all already know what it is. Hopefully one day, not hopefully, one day it will be in the stores.
Preach.
We got some hot sauce. I did a flour and cornstarch mixture, also with my house seasoning. We're gonna do it with a jalapeno and bacon bourbon pimento cheese spread. Okay, that was a mouthful. But Chick-fil-A has this pimento burger going on. Pimento cheese burger. I used to work at Yard House. That Nashville fried chicken sandwich was also made with pimento cheese. So I'm kind of seeing a correlation here, and I figured, you know, let me also give ode to my past. So we got our special pimento cheese. We got like a kind of like a Asian vinegary hot sauce, brown sugar thing going on with the glaze, and obviously you gotta have the buns. I'm using brioche with some buttery brioche buns there.
Yo,
We're doing a damn thing, guys.
all right. And while he gets that rolling, if we can switch back to the bingo board here,
Yeah.
what the guild, what Gilberto Casimiro Valdez Arias has covered for you today. The draw I got was Asian cocktail.
Yes, sir.
And now, for those that know, for those that have been keeping up with my life, for all my returning fans, guests, and all the people that have loved me so far, you know, me and Asian places, foods, cuisines, we go hand in hand. I spent almost 2 months in Japan. I worked for almost 2 years as the director of operations for a Korean barbecue joint.
Yeah.
I got almost another year and a half, 2 years as director of operations for a Filipino joint. Asian has always been part of my background, and I've always tried my hardest to bring authentic Asian cocktails to life in different bar scenes. Now, of course, if anyone else tries to do that research, you'll find the same things I do. Most Asians like their stuff straight up, whether it's beer, soju, sake, liquor, wine, whatever it may be. The cocktail scene hasn't really been explored in Asia other than by Asians in America bringing together a cool bar scene. So it was a hard little rack, a hard little fight to bring forward things. So it started with my favorite Americanized knockoff Asian thing, the green tea shot.
Oh man.
If you want to switch to action cam real quick and then make sure you slide it over to the bar side. What we got for, you can just twist the pole. Just twist the pole, that's all you got to do, my guy. Yeah. Boom, there you go. Shabam. So, green tea shot, for those that know, is basically just Jameson, sweet and sour. Your boy adds in a little bit of peach schnapps to round it on out. And that's it. Simple 3 ingredients. Everyone loves them. Everyone has some fun. And basically, I'm not going to say go 1-1-1. I go 2-1-1.5. That's my recipe for my green tea shots. Simple, easy. Throw it onto a shaker, mix them on up. And while we get some action rolling here, let me pour up some shotskis for us.
Do the shots, baby.
Producer, if you want to join us, my friend.
Oh, I do.
And then we'll switch over to the action cam with my good friend Kai's cooking it all up. But for now, shwabam.
Or should we just go like back to regular camp?
You ain't ready for action cam yet? That's fine. Shoot.
No,
you need those. We're in action cam right now. Everyone do the cheers nice and low so everyone can see us and join us at home. That's for y'all, the viewer.
Cool.
All right, and then you can go back to live. While we're on live, while we're going from the face up, right? If you can twist the action cam back towards the kitchen, or towards the food cooking. And from there, don't be shy to keep switching back and forth to the action cam. A lot of people love to see this stuff happen, so I leave that at your discretion. Change as you will.
Just kind of looking at quality a little bit. We're growing, guys.
Yeah, no. So that camera is 720p. Yeah.
You know, as we play around with lighting, first off,
Yeah.
this is dope, man. We're finally getting y'all inside the kitchen with us.
We finally got a studio.
We finally got a studio, got our producer, man. So shout outs to the growth. You know,
Yeah.
I always say we're gonna be our biggest critic. But I'm excited about the elevation, man. The levels to this.
Hey, you know, there's something I believe in, and it's something a dear friend of mine told me once. He goes, it all starts with having one good day. Have one good day, and you keep stacking those up, and you're now having a good week.
Yeah.
You keep stacking those up, you're going to have a good month. You keep stacking those up, you're going to have a good year. And if you keep having good after good after good after good, ain't nothing but success lying in your future.
Yeah.
So these are the good days. That's how we're doing. We're growing. We're moving just for y'all. And while we get that rolling, I want to take a quick second. If anyone has anything to say to us as a welcome in, how was y'all week? Viewers at home, feel free to type something in. Feel free to chat with us. Feel free to let us know how your stuff's been going. Because now that we got producer on deck, I promise you we'll be able to take a look at these comments a lot more often and be able to actually have these conversations that you want to have with us as well.
Yeah.
So don't be shy. Let your freak flag fly. Let us all know about what your week did, what you're looking forward for the next week.
Wait, your
say
freak
hi to
flag?
the fam.
What was that? The freak flag?
Look, dude, everyone's a freak. In different ways, sure.
But say
But
that
everyone's a
3
freak.
times fast. Freak flag. Freak.
Oh yeah, that was a tough one.
Freak flag. What?
Hey, look. Hey, dog. Look, I'm gonna say this. Don't forget, English as a second language. All
Hey,
right?
bro, talk to him. Talk your shit, George.
Whenever anyone wouldn't like, whenever someone tried to hit me with a tongue twister in English, you know, Sally sells seashores by the seashore.
Hey.
Seashells by the seashore, sorry. I would always have to try to like come up with one in Spanish, but like the one in Spanish, they just make you sound like machine guns.
Sound like what's his name? Mexican OT?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, the cadence.
Hey, I'm gonna say this though. That Mexican OT, he, woo, Louis Vuitton. Look, that Johnny Dang is a good.
It's dope, man.
It's a good.
Shout out to Mexican OT, bro. A Texas rapper, man.
Hey, you gotta love it. You gotta support them.
Yeah.
And I'm glad Texas is getting more of a spotlight on that. You know, the third coast has been the best coast for a long time.
I was just watching a Instagram clip of San Antonio, pretty much talking about the music scene out here, man. So
you know, back when we were younger, when I was maybe in like middle school, so let's say probably like 2004 era, San Antonio was considered the rock capital of the world, or the heavy metal capital of the world, something like that. Fact check it, let us know in the comments. It was something like that though. But our screamo scene was one of the most bumping in the world.
in San Antonio?
In San Antonio, bro.
That's wild.
We had the most. The way that they issued this title or this award, whatever you want to call it, is basically amount of rock bands per people. And we had the highest amount of what could be categorized as rock bands per population size.
That's funny.
And we were either number 2 or number 1. The other one was like Stockholm in Sweden. They're the only ones that were really even up there. And I'm like, San Antonio, really? That's what we got known for?
It's funny because I vividly remember back in my Olive Garden days, one of the kitchen line cooks was a drummer, bro. Like a rock star drummer. And so I don't doubt it. You know, now that you're saying, man.
When I went to college, I remember how bungled I was, because I went to Arizona State, up in Phoenix. Shout out Tempe, ASU for life, Sun Devils por vida. But one of the funniest things though was no one could relate with me with the every single high school has a up and coming band of some sort.
Yeah.
When my brother was in high school, his band was about to get signed to Virgin Records, and every other high school in our district had some band that was doing something. When I was in high school, man, I can't remember their name, but there was a really popular like scene rock band, like that emo screamo stuff, and they were getting big time. They had a national tour. This was a bunch of juniors and sophomores in high school that went on a national tour during the summer.
That's dope.
And I'm just like, man, but
That's pretty lit, bro.
We were doing it when I went to Phoenix when I was trying to like bond with these people. And I was like, yeah, you know, the human experience. Every high school has a rock band. They all just kind of looked at me and like, no, we didn't. What? That happened at your high school? And I was like, well, not just my high school, but every high school in the North Side District had that.
That's funny.
But, you know, to that end though, main topic, yeah.
Yay.
Should we hop right into it? Because I'm going to say this. Our main topic today, as the title implies, is mentorship.
Yes, sir.
And at my high school, they had an awesome, awesome program called the Mentorship Program. And so for our senior year, we took part in this where every day, or I guess it was every other day because that's when we had mentorship class, but every other day, we would all get to leave school early, about an hour and a half, 2 hours, to go meet with a mentor in the city. Whether it was a small business owner or someone who worked a position that we wanted to have later in our lives. A lot of people, you know, they were able to find music engineers, doctors, nurses, researchers. Like there was so many, everyone got to basically, hey, if you can find your own mentor, let them know this program, it's accredited, we can get them, you know, tax write-offs and stuff, all that jazz. Go find yourself a mentor. And the whole year, we basically learned from them. And at the end of the year, we gave a 45-minute long presentation on our mentor, each individual student, on what they learned throughout the experience and things like that. And I remember at the time, I'm not gonna lie, high school Gilbert, I was a rebellious punk because I was a goddamn genius. And so what ended up happening was essentially, I just used my dad. He was an entrepreneur. He owned his own motorcycle shop. And it just turned into every day after school or once I got that break before school ended. Yeah, I would go over to my dad's shop, help him out around the garage. I know how to fix bikes. I know how to work on them. I know how to sell stuff. So it was just, for me, it was the easy A. But looking back on it, you know, that could have been a very pivotal and useful moment in my life and for the life of all my classmates. You know, the ones that took it seriously. You know, there's this one kid, his name was Juan, and he went with DJ Hamburger. He reached out to him and said, hey, I need a mentor. This is the field I want to be in. This is what my high school does. And now, y'all go look up Juan Aquina on Facebook or Instagram. He's now DJ Power Up, and that started his senior year of high school.
That's pretty cool,
That's
man.
when he began that career and started growing there. So, you know, for our main topic, just mentorship in general, bro. You got any, like, cool little experiences like that with a mentor or with a strange way to have someone teaching you or anything like that?
Yeah, so I always attribute my growth. And I think I talked about this a couple of weekends ago or weeks ago, where what really helped take my business to the next level from me being a server to starting the Chef Kai experience wasn't necessarily a one-on-one mentorship, or more so a community-driven mentorship where we had the Chef's Collab, which was comprised of different chefs, bakers, caterers, food truckers. Everybody had their own niche, and because of that, they had their own expertise, their own way of educating, and you know, their own information to offer. So from that, instead of me trying to learn about getting my my chef manager's license or my food management license, food handler's license, insurance, knowing about the taxes and all these things that people think, you know, you just become a chef, private chef, and that's it. No, man, there's a lot that goes into the actual business aspect of it. And I had no idea of any of that information. I was, you know, just kind of doing things under the table, if you would. So, getting in a group of people that had information, and there were things that they would hit me up on, more so along the side of service. You know, believe it or not, there's some chefs out there that don't know when serving a table, serve the lady first, serve the oldest lady first, and then serve the host last, and just different restaurant techniques that, you know, I knew because I worked in restaurants 7 years. So it kind of worked hand in hand, bro. But
so on that note, I would say Who would you say is the greatest mentor you've ever had?
And bro, I was going to ask you that.
Aha!
So here's the deal with me. Because I've searched for mentors, bro. Like, I've asked people, yo, like, could you be my mentor? And besides Chef Caesar, and the
Shout out
Massey's-
Sangria on the Bird.
Shout out to Sangria on the Bird. Chef Caesar is always the GOAT. The Massey's have helped me out with a lot of information as well. But really having that concrete mentor, I have not had one. But there's this kind of reverse psychology or psychological thing that I do is in my head when I meditate. I have almost like the Mountain Rushmore of all my greats.
Okay.
Like, those are my mentors. I think about, yo, what would Chef Tobias Duranzon do? What would Gordon Ramsay do? What would Darius Cooks do? What would, some of the major hitters in the industry, man, what would they do in certain situations? And that's kind of how I like to have my own mentorship without really having.
Yeah.
Even right now, reading Patrick Bet-David, he's
That's
becoming
exactly
a mentor,
what I'm
bro. Yeah.
Well, I mean, because knowledge can be found anywhere. I've always been a firm believer in a great teacher can only produce greatness when they have a great student. But it's always up to you to be the student. Where do you learn? How do you learn? How do you excel? Etc. Etc. And personally, for me, no one has ever been able to live up to the expectations of being a mentor. Even in the sense where, you asked me who's been my biggest mentor, it's definitely my mom's. And like,
Thanks, bro.
it's not someone that I even acknowledge as a mentor until I'm like 30 years old.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, mom, all those lessons you're trying to beat into me,
You are damn right.
you
bro.
are a genius.
You right.
know?
And let me kind of come back, not to be a copycat, but straight up, man, my pops, not even being a chef, not being in this industry,
Yeah.
I consult him for so much. Like, I won't say he's more of a counselor than a mentor for me.
Yeah.
Because I think of a mentor being somebody that's in your field and you aspire to be, at the level they are. My pops just
Someone
kind of
makes
been
you an apprentice.
yeah, he's just kind of been that, hey pops, what would you do in this situation type of deal. And
Oh yeah, no, dude. My mom, it was always just the words of wisdom that she would bid into me and teach me how to fulfill them, especially in the service industry. So like, that's my thing. I am a man of service. I am in the service industry. I excel at it. I am great at it. But all these lessons and all these things that I inhibit and exhibit are literally just lessons that my mom beat into me as a kid that I was too dumb to realize. She came from a very prestigious family, to say the least, in Colombia. And so from that, she learned a lot of like high society stuff. So all the lessons that you talk about with fine dining and all the lessons that I got to practice through my time in fine dining, it wasn't anyone teaching me anything. To me, it felt like, well, duh.
Yeah.
Of course you serve the woman's first. Did your mother not teach you manners?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that was stuff that my mom would beat into me, man. And there would be times where, one of the biggest lessons she always taught me was about perception, in the sense that whenever I was a kid, I would grab out like, why do I gotta wash my teeth, mom, man? It would never be about like, oh, hey, it's so you can have clean teeth. No, she knew that wouldn't work with me. She would instead say, oh, it's because we're going to go see your auntie later, and I'll be damned if you go see your auntie without clean teeth. And so from there, that taught me a lot about perception, about how you present yourself, and, hazlo como manda Dios is always sitting on repeat in my head. And it always pushes me and kind of motivates me and keeps me rolling in this industry. And that's how most all of my mentors in my life have worked.
what was that? You gotta translate, bro.
Do it the way God intended.
Ooh.
And so, pursue your highest passion, pursue your highest purpose,
That's heavy
and
right there,
act it
bro.
out in every action you do. In the sense of like, if you're gonna go greet your mom, hazlo como manda Dios. Do it the way God intended. Greet her with a big hug, a kiss on the cheek, say, what's up, mom's been missing you. How you been? If you're gonna go hang out with your friends, hazlo como manda Dios. If you're gonna go to work, hazlo como manda Dios. Do it the way that it is intended to be done at its highest level.
That's beautiful, bro.
But that's the way, though, that all my mentors have sort of worked this entire time. Is in the moment, I never learn anything from them, at least in a way that I can acknowledge. And then when I'm older, I'm like, oh yeah, the reason I do that is because this person took the time to do it. So when it comes to sort of my mentors in my life, it's always been more so about who is involved and who is helping out, and hey, I'm gonna push my limits. Don't get in my way. Just be there to help me when you can. That is the perfect mentor for me. And again, shout out to moms for being there the entire time. Every time I push my limits and come back to lick my wounds, she's right there with, dummy, I told you, this is what you gotta do. I'm like, I know, Mom, I know. And then I go do it, and then I'm like, man, life is so easy. And then I think back to 20 years ago when my mom was already giving me all the answers.
Told you that, bro.
But mentorship is a really cool thing because it's every unique relationship between an apprentice and a mentor carries its own weight. You just talked about how you actively seek counsel. You reach out to your dad, you reach out to the mentors around you, and you ask them questions to gain the answers and the insight you're looking for.
Yeah.
I'm reverso in the sense that I only learn by doing, and I gotta go be hard-headed, I gotta go get in fights, I gotta go push those limits and push those boundaries and quote-unquote learn the lesson for myself, and then come back to someone to reflect to. And that's how my mentorship kind of works ideally for me. Yeah. To that end, would you say, do you have any mentees, any apprentices at the moment that you are helping impart wisdom to, that you are helping raise, educate, whatever it might be, whether it's in your field or not?
Yeah, all the time, man. If I'm not learning, I'm teaching. Like, that's just kind of always been my interaction with people, whether it being in restaurants, being in the community, being in church, being in my business now. My boy Desmond, who's my sous chef, I'm trying to mold him into being able to provide his own experience. And so whereas he's retired military and, always been able to enjoy cooking, but understanding the business aspect of it and client interaction and team interaction, those are things that I'm trying to help mold him into. Chef Ashley came to me about, I think 2 years ago now, asking me to be her mentor. And now she's pretty much on the news every other month, beautiful, successful business, things like that. So I do have a few mentees. I have somebody asking me to mentor them now. And we've been talking about it for a while. I'm honestly trying to move out the kitchen and start building courses to be able to teach people how to become, move from being a home cook or home chef into running a catering business, because this is a very lucrative business.
Yeah.
I won't say it's easy. You definitely gotta have that backbone, have talent, have skills. But that's where I can come in and kind of teach you and mold you to do things like that. But you have to be able to teach. The best people in their fields are the ones that are able to teach the things that they know, man. I'm not down for withholding information. And you become better at what you do the more you're able to talk about it. You become more fluent in it.
Dude, that's how Einstein put it. When Einstein was asked why he talks about things so simply, he said, if you cannot teach it simply, you have not mastered your craft.
Yeah.
If you cannot teach, you don't know what you're doing, And it's something that has helped me out tremendously in life, even as a kid. I remember in high school, I used to be the tutor for everyone. So chemistry class and math class were always two big examples where I would have people that I would teach them. And the truth was, back then, I was a dumb high school kid. Did I fully know it all perfectly? No, not at all. But teaching it to people, explaining it to people, and talking about it to people always helped me further learn, grow, and understand what it is I'm trying to teach these people. And so even now, I try to embody that in my day-to-day life where, just like you said, if I'm not learning from you, I'm teaching you something. And that's just the way I feel every human interaction should go.
Yeah.
Shout outs to my team at the Guild, of course, that allow me to teach them what I have learned so far. Talking about mentees, much love and big shout outs to Miss Lauren. She's been with me through 3 different restaurants now, and I've always called or referred to her as my protege. You know, she is someone that embodies a lot of the talents that I do. She has a lot of the same mentality I do about things, and it's so great to see, you know, what I always viewed as the best qualities of myself are within her, and a big part of that is that hard-headed stubbornness, and it's just like, when it comes to these mentees, bro, it's always just sitting in my head. When it comes to my protege, be the person you wanted at that age. Be the person you needed in that life to say, man, Gilbert, in his first 2 or 3 restaurants, what would have been the best manager for him? How could someone have explained this? How could someone have taught this? How could someone have held him accountable? And that's just the person I try to be, especially when I'm in the role of leadership or mentoring or things like that. But damn, dude, I'm sorry, can we cut to action? Can this be smelling good? This be looking good? This be everything I want in life?
Yeah, we did it. Let's
remove the filter, yeah.
Let's take a bite, bro.
Oh, hold on. Did you already get the camera and all that jazz?
You know I already got that, bro.
Dog. Well, whoo!
But I do need to get this.
Ooh. So going back to the bingo, North American main course. Cheers, brother.
Cheers, my guy.
You hit us with a fried chicken sandwich.
Ooh,
look at that bad boy. Man, I'm sad that our action cam's only 720p. If anyone's looking to donate anything, you know, you guys have 4K, Ultra HD, everything under the sun.
Yeah.
Cause man.
Back to life.
Bro. That pimento, that chicken, that crisp. Ooh wee!
You know.
Infinity out of 10 stars, my friend.
I appreciate it, bro. This is just kind of normal day in the park for us, man.
That's award winning. All right. Let me take one more bite.
Yeah. That's for our producer right here.
Oh.
We gotta feed our guy.
Ooh-wee. All right.
Let me ask you this, bro. You know, what would your ideal mentee look like?
Oh, dude, it looks like fucking Lauren. That is my protege, and that is literally the perfect mentee. Someone that understands the way I communicate, someone that understands the lessons I try to teach, and more so just the way I go about things, you know? Someone that makes it easy to be a teacher. I'm not sitting there having to hunt them down. I'm not sitting there having to teach them basic life skills. I'm not having to be like, all right, look, when people talk, you gotta listen even though it's hard. It's someone who's just as hard-headed and stubborn as I am, where we have to figure things out on our own, because then I never have to do it for you. Instead, I get to just tell you, look, this is what I'm doing, this is why I'm doing, this is how I'm doing, this is what I plan to test with, these are the control points. And they go out there and say, I don't care, I'm gonna do it. And they go out there and do it, and they say, okay, these were the control points, these were the things. Someone that I can really sort of match my ebb and flow, because honestly, right now where I'm at in life, I'm not done learning, I'm not done growing. And oftentimes when you take that mentor role, people expect you to have all the answers, and people expect you to basically, hey, do this for me. You have to be a good teacher. To me, the best mentee is the person that understands they have to be a good student. And being a good student means motivation, means dedication, and means understanding your teacher. And that to me is the best mentee. Someone that I can ride into war with. Someone can say, hey, I'm gonna go try taking over a country for the first time. Let's do it, come on with me, we're gonna learn. And I'm gonna teach you, and I'm gonna make it easier for you to learn. So that, to sum it up, is the best mentee for me. Someone who just wants it to be easy for them to learn and understands that they need to learn for themselves.
I think you said it best with that, bro. Your mentee is typically a reflection of you, and your mentor is typically a reflection of who you want to be. And it's just cool how all of those things kind of sync up at one point or the other. So when you're seeking a mentor, definitely don't settle for anything other than what you aspire to be. You know, there's sometimes there might be people where you think, he seems like he can be a good teacher, but this part of him I ain't really, you know, vibing with, or I don't really care how he interacts this way with this person. Like, make sure to the T, as much as possible at least, that person is able to really be at the level of who you aspire to be. Because otherwise, you're just following the wrong roadmap.
Yeah.
It's like the GPS, man. You know, if you want to go to Olive Garden, don't put in In-N-Out Burger. You know, if this is where you want to be in life, put that in your GPS and focus on getting there, man. And that's what a mentor can do for you.
Preach. Say it loud for the kids in the back.
That's what a mentor can do for you, man.
Alright, so I accidentally poured this up earlier. Let's do a shot o'clock before we move back to action cam and I show y'all the actual Asian cocktail I'm doing.
What is that?
Where's yours? I don't know where that went.
Alright.
Boom, here. Let me reload. Reload!
Load her up.
But God, dude, that sandwich was so good, my friend.
I appreciate you, bro.
Had me feeling like a true American. I wanted like 16 more of those. I wanted to keep eating them till it hurt. You know, good North American main dish, my friend. So, real quick, let me get everything ready for the next challenge. Alright. Alright, so it's that shot o'clock before we dive into for the rest of the bingo board to do the Asian cocktail real quick. Producer son, you want one? Shabam. Shabam to the bingo, to successful inspirations, influences, and all the wonderful things of why we exist. Alright, if you want to switch to alcohol action cam, what I got for y'all today for the Asian cocktail, using the green tea shot as a basis of inspiration, what I'm gonna be moving into, we got Japanese gin.
My favorite.
Boom, look.
Showing love, bro.
Trying to find Asian wherever I can. Japanese gin. We got that Roku gin. From there, where is it? Bam. Matcha powder. Powdered green tea. We're going to do a green tea cocktail today for you, ladies and gentlemen. Letting those two kind of be our main ingredients. So, as always, start with a clean shaker tin. Boom. Now, here's a little trick for everybody. Put your alcohol last. Whatever mixers you have, put that in first, because if you mess up at any point, you can always go back to it later and fix it. So, first, I'm going to start with the matcha tea, the most important part. Unfortunately, y'all are going to see me not using any precise measurements. But I'm going to say this, probably about half a teaspoon is what we're going to use for this. So half a teaspoon of this little matcha powder. Bop, 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 bop. Get yourself a bar spoon, works beautifully. From there, a little bit of lemon juice. Always try to squeeze your own if you can, but if you live a busy little life, ain't no one going to fault you. So we're going to go 1 part little lemon juice. I'm going to hit them with, where did it go? I'm going to say 2 parts simple syrup. And again, remember, eyeballing stuff is hard. Get yourself a jigger if you don't have one yet. It makes life so much easier. Then from there, I'm going to splash in my main elixir, Lillet Blanc, which if y'all haven't started getting put onto this game yet, you definitely need to give it a shot. Basically, it's a aperitif. It's sort of like a white wine fused with a bunch of aromatics, and ultimately it makes the best thing or liqueur to make mixed drinks with. I put it on the level of triple sec, but I'm gonna go 2 parts of that bad boy, and then our star of the show, the Roku gin, the Japanese gin. I'm gonna go 3 parts of that, and then from there, before we add our ice and shake, we're gonna get a little kiss with a little bit of some aromatic bitters.
Yes, sir.
Choop-boop, choop-boop. Just a little kiss, not too egregious. Add some ice. And then we make our music, baby. Remember, the key to shaking cocktails, it should sound a little bit musical. Should always have a rhythm, have a beat. You know, a lot of people have a lot of fun with it. The simple technique is always the Z, but you always gotta find your own. You find your own spit on it. You can do a little. You can do a little. You can do a little. Whatever your spin may be. This one I'm beating the hell out of just because I want to make sure that matcha green tea powder makes itself over everything. Once you're all shaken up, let it sit. And from there, you prep your glass. Oh yeah, make a mess. Let the world know your bar ain't a clean one. Bam. I'm on that. Finish the lyrics.
Good cushion out there, That's the right one?
Yeah. Cause it's that matcha green tea, baby.
Going back to action.
Shwabam. Don't always reply. No.
Yeah.
Man, them green tea shots be hidden.
I
I'm
see
just
one
looking at
of
all
the little
the-
light skin on the bottom. You know, that's always a sign of more alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Look, we're here to have ourselves a good time, not a long
I'm
time.
here for a
All
long
right?
time, here for a good time. Now these shots are very I've been drinking them, or drinks I should say.
Shwabam.
Very flavorful, refreshing.
So matcha green tea, the drink.
Yeah.
We'll call it the sleeping dragon, the green dragon, the emerald's dream, is what we shall refer to this cocktail as.
All I'm thinking about all this prep I need to do as soon as this show's over with.
Yeah.
And
Dude, what better transition? Hey,
you
cheers.
said the sleeping dragon. I'm like,
Cheers
what
to
about
education.
the awake dragon? Oh, I lost one.
That's gotta be red.
Yo, best one yet. The matcha's pronounced. It's refreshing. You can drink it in the fall. You can drink it in the spring. The emerald dream, ladies and gentlemen.
It's beautiful, man. Beautiful compliment.
But you got right into the right terms. Our educational. You want to hop right into it,
Oh,
or you want to stir the pot first? You want to stir the pot first?
Oh yeah, let's go ahead and stir the pot, bro.
So, all right. Here's what's been sitting on my brain sales as of late. As I grow, as I move forward, as I become a better human being, I've come to realize it almost feels that the career I have chosen is contradictory to the man that I want to become. You know, I'm trying to become an entrepreneur. I am an entrepreneur. I'm trying to become a successful CEO, business owner, multi-trillionaire, better yet, a multi-gillionaire. And with that, it requires sacrifice, it requires dedication,
Yeah.
and it requires all these habits and personality traits that I'm taking control of and I'm building within myself. One such thing, I'm trying to cut out eating out. I'm trying to say, hey, let me cook for myself, let me put in that work. I'm trying to work out all the time. I'm trying to get healthier. I'm drinking only water except for days that we, you know, gotta show y'all a little bit of love with this cocktail life. But that's the person I'm trying to become, to make the business I want to be. But then it comes to, hey, so what is that business? What are you trying to do? Oh, well, I'm hoping people don't live life the way I do because I want to spoil people. I want to provide them an amazing experience. I want to be able to say, hey, drink plenty, eat fat, gorge yourself, bring yourself to life, do all these wonderful things.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's, well, is that what you're doing? It's like, no, that's what I did. But right now I'm trying to build a business, so I can't really be doing that. And it's one of the biggest sort of contradictions that I've been kind of rolling around in and dealing with. And so to that end, as far as stirring the pot, how do you feel about this contradiction when it comes to customers versus business owner versus who you are and how you're expressing that through your business?
So y'all already know I write notes, right? So when I confirmed exactly where he was going with this stirring the pot, I had to let it marinate. And the first thing that came to mind to me was when I did the ranch this weekend. It was comprised of several different business owners who had enough money to take 4 days off, go to a ranch, and enjoy a luxury chef for 3 meals out the day, go hunting. All these things are not cheap. So to me, it says, they work hard to play harder.
Yeah.
So what I love about what I do is my clients are my aspirations. Whereas I'm able to charge the things that I charge to my clients are able to pay this because they put in the work to be able to do it. So we are facilitating them having a great time, facilitating them being able to indulge in things like that. But you can't indulge on a budget. You can't indulge when you broke.
Trust me, I've tried.
Yeah,
Preach.
it doesn't work. So you gotta be real with yourself, man. Yeah, they're having a great time, they're partying, but whose dime are they on? Like who made the money? Who put in the work for them to be able to enjoy this type of thing, man? And then also something that someone told me before. I think it was Myron Golden, and I've been in a few of his classes. Y'all know who Myron Golden is? Check him out, bro. He's a beast. He's like an entrepreneur god. But he says, sell the way you spend and spend the way you sell. So if I'm encouraging my clients to spend this money with me, I too have to be able to spend that money on something else, just because it's kind of law of polarity. No, it's actually not the law of polarity. Let me go back. It's just you reap what you sow, man. If I'm willing to spend hundreds of dollars on going out to eat at a restaurant and not be cheap, I should be able to reciprocate that same energy.
Yeah.
So put out what you want in. No, we can't do that every time. No, we just can't be dumb and be like, yo, let's go turn it up every single night. There has to be a balance always. But just understanding, man, you reap what you sow. Whatever you want the universe to bring to you, you have to first be willing to bring out to the universe. So at this point in lives, bro, we are the facilitators to people having a good time.
Dude,
you want to have a good time? Check out the Guild, bro. He's going to set you up with a beautiful event. It's going to be carefree on your end, but just seamless, extraordinary time. People are going to be raving about it. The Chef Kai's experience. You want some phenomenal food, some phenomenal experiences and services. Come check us out. And at this point in our stage, this is who we are, the facilitators. But hey, by no means will this always be our stage. At some point, bro, we will be on the other end of the table.
Yeah.
Saying,
hey, no, I don't know if I can ever do that. I'm not gonna think that.
And not in a disrespectful way.
Yeah, but
like,
just for the show
hey,
of it, yeah.
Can I get a refill of my Dom Perignon, please?
Bro,
it's getting warm,
I feel oftentimes that like I may not be, hey, excuse me, out loud.
Yeah.
But like, dude, in
the
my
demeanor.
head, I judge so much when I'm sitting there and like, I'm in the industry and I know it and I make a business out of it. I'm a professional partier. But when someone comes around and they're delivering bad service or an inferior product, it's gotten to the point where I can't even stay quiet about it before. When I was younger, out of respect, out of the politics, I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna silently judge and observe. But no more. Yeah. Now I let people know. I'm like, hey, real quick, man, my dom ain't had a refill in forever. If this is a matter of you don't think I can afford it, I'm gonna tell you I can refill it. If it's a matter of whatever else it may be, please get on it. When it comes to bad food, bad things, like you can be honest while still being nice, But to that end, though, I've stopped biting my tongue. I have stopped hiding from it, and I have stopped. Oh well, whatever. It's their job. It's their life.
And I'll tell you why. Why we're like that is because we've been there. Like we know exactly what you're thinking. Like if you're not serving us, it's not because you're incapable. It's either because you don't want to, or you think that we're not going to tip you.
Yeah.
But in any cases, it's still not an excuse. You're here for a job, and I know when I was a server, I didn't care who you were, what time of day it was. I was giving you the best service I could offer because I'm not really doing it for you. This is my reputation. You know, I got something to prove to myself more so than proving it to the guests. And if you don't kind of go at things with that type of mindset, then keep doing what you're doing. Is all I can say. You're at the level where you are because you choose to settle. You choose to not work hard, go the extra mile. And the way you do some things is the way you do everything. That translates to all areas of your life, man. So if you're gonna half-ass your job, you probably half-assing at home. You probably half-assing wherever you go, and your life is a reflection of it. So I just feel like once again, my clients party hard because they worked hard, man. And I love it. Like I really enjoy going to the beautiful houses in the Dominions, going to the ranch, going to different cities, man, and just seeing how my clients are living. Because I know, almost like the whole mentee mentor, my clients they don't even know it, but they're kind of mentoring me subconsciously. Like,
yeah, just by being around.
Just by being around and just knowing, yo, you love to party. You appreciate good food. You appreciate good service. So do I. Yeah. Am I able to spend a few grand on services right now? No. But
we will.
One day we will, and I see you doing it, and I'm just getting closer and closer to doing it. So
yeah,
I embrace
questions, give the largest answers.
Yes, bro.
And to that end, I'm gonna ask you, and I'm gonna ask the viewers at home, when it comes to your career, what would you say is your Hippocratic oath, no matter what it may be? I know the doctors have the famous one, and the reason they call it the Hippocratic oath is because you have to cast your own feelings aside. You know, it's about doing no harm. It's about never suggesting poisons. It's about never, trying to go forward with what you deem the ill regard of life. That is the doctor's Hippocratic oath. You must always be virtuous. You must always try your best to heal. You can never share any secrets, even when it comes to the detriment of other people. Your only job is to heal, not prevent bad, not do anything like that. You must heal. And to that end, I feel like, in the partying industry, the Hippocratic oath I have is I have to be responsible so my guest can be irresponsible. And I have to preach and fulfill a life of irresponsibility.
Bro.
But I have to be responsible for it. And I feel that that's my Hippocratic oath.
That's heroic right there, man. I feel like a superhero is behind me just because, let's be real. Like, how many times the only reason why you had a good time was because you did have somebody making sure you didn't go screw up the night trying to drive or jump off a wagon or do some crazy stuff, and you were able to wake up the next morning and tell the story. Like, that's not a light fate, having somebody to make sure, once you guys trash the event center that you paid thousands of dollars to rent up, someone's going to come behind you and pick up all those things and make sure that the next day the owners are pleased with the way you left it. Like, these are things that are seriously important, and you won't know that until you don't get somebody who does it, and you wake up the next day with the extra $10,000 bill because you got destruction over here, you got broken glass over there. You got
a friend in the drunk tank.
You got raw food or food poisoning. Your auntie that made the hot potato salad got everybody sick, and now you're getting sued. Like, these are things that are extremely important to the people that do these things that encourage the event planning and the party and things like that. So always let the professionals handle the job, bro. Just always at the end of the day, whether it's
Look, in this society, people have become specialized. That is the greatest gift God has given our timeline. Is the fact that people can be specialized.
Facts.
I don't need to be a farmer, a craftsman, a this, that, and the third to live a good life. I can find the people who have dedicated their entire lives to it. I don't need to learn how to fix, I do know how to fix my car. I don't need to learn how to build a home. Instead, I can find the people that have dedicated their lives to it and can build me a home far greater than any sort of Renaissance man ever could. And then I get to make it my own. And to that end, I have spent my entire life specializing and focusing in the art of partying.
Yeah.
And to that end, make sure to follow me on Instagram at TheGuildTX, where I'll be one of the new series I'm putting together. You'll see it in reels and stuff. Is my tips for partying and what can make you be the dad friend or the mom friend to take care of your friends and make sure everyone has a badass time while you still do it. I know how many people struggle and fight with. My options are either my friends have a great and fun time and we live to tell the tale, or I have a great time and we wake up in jail cells and hospitals and see what the hell happens. Follow me on Instagram. I'm gonna start giving you all those tips, how to party effectively, whatever tips I can give you, especially with the Halloween party season coming up. Halloween is where I really learned how to party. But I think honestly, I'm a toy around with the phrasing, but it is my responsibility to grant you the ability of irresponsibility. There's some way I can clean that up and make that a bar that I stand by. But to that end, I go back to asking the viewers, what is something that you feel is a Hippocratic oath in your business? You know, whether you do insurance, whether you're a park ranger, whether you're anything, what is that conflict that exists within who you are versus what you want to do? And to that end, bro, you ready to teach these people?
Yeah, let's teach these
Hold
guys.
on, wait,
about
real quick. We
preparation,
got anything in chat, Miss Producer? I feel so anxious now that I can't see it.
Honestly, we're kind of just hyping up Kais's answer to you.
All right.
But nothing substantial.
Yeah, hold on. Just read us one at random.
Your mom earlier had said she was laughing at the way you were shaking your drink.
The jitters.
Hey.
You got some more of that stuff?
Me and Desmond were. Your answer was on point, guys. Your answers were kind of fire tonight. You as well, Gilbert. But the stirring the pot, that was a good session.
Oh, shoot, all right. Okay.
Snap fingers. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. Let's get into this educational piece with preparation, guys. Preparation. So if y'all are tuned in to the Morning Brew, every morning the Mirepoix, we go live on Instagram and talk that talk, George. You know, we're trying to build community, trying to educate, and also hold ourselves accountable, man. It's less about talking and more about walking. And so preparation goes pretty much hand in hand with the book we're reading, bro. Your next 5 steps. And what I can say from applying the book, because typically, you know, I've read books before, I've been in communities, but I've just been like so overwhelmed with information, it's hard to actually apply the information. So with this book, and especially having my bro with me, with the accountability level, I'm actually working on being more applicable to the knowledge instead of just eating up stuff and not sustaining anything. So 5 steps ahead, man, is just telling me, for one, which I know has been our biggest kryptonite, bro, is procrastination, man. Bro, procrastination. And here's like the biggest bar about procrastination, right? Procrastination, in your mind, you think, I don't have to do it. Like, I'm putting this off so I don't do it. But what you're really doing is just making yourself do it at the worst time possible.
Yeah, you're setting yourself up for failure.
Exactly.
And again, as someone who lives and dies by procrastination, like, bro, you walked in today and like, yeah, I had the studio set up, yeah, the cameras were in place, but Kais walks in and me and Justin are sitting there playing video games, just totally procrastinating whatever it is that we could be doing and how we could be doing it.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, there's a time for play, but that's why I feel that prep has to be the first thing you do. You know, to bring it back earlier to the mentors, one of the things that my mom always forced upon me was, you must do whatever it is you have to do before you can do anything else.
Man.
So the first thing you do when you wake up, you have to clean. Go clean everything, go take your shower, reset your household. And then from there, what has to get done today? Okay, you said you needed to do this, you needed to do that, you needed to do that. Once you cross off that checklist, you are free to go do whatever it is you want. You want to go play with your friends? Go do it. You want to grab a stick and beat up a tree? Have fun. Just make sure your homework's done. Make sure your to-do list for the day has been completed.
Yeah.
And that's why this prep work is so necessary. So, you know, we'll dive a little bit more into it once we get into our side work. But I have an event coming up this Saturday. Again, Leap of Faith. Woohoo! Landing safely in the hay bale. But I'm gonna be in an environment where I can sell potentially up to about 600 to 700 people. And I got me, producer Black Dragon, and my protege. And the three of us have to put together a menu, feed almost potentially 700 people that walk through these doors, do it in a pop-up setting. So not only could we potentially sell 700, no, we have to go fight for this 700. We have to argue for it. All those beautiful things of sales, of craftsmanship, all that jazz. And preparation is what's been sitting in my brain ever since I booked that event. I've been sitting there saying, okay, what is my menu going to be? How am I going to prep for it? And for my educational piece, the power of checklists is undeniable. Get as specific as you can. Okay, in order for me to do this, I booked this event. What do I need? I need a menu. I need a team. I need roles. I need this, that, the third. I write it all down. And then I get even more specific than that. Okay, so what is my menu? Okay, that means I need to go buy this. I need to start prepping that. That means I need this equipment. And I get it as detailed as possible to where my checklist for this event coming up has right now, I think the last time I counted it was 164 things that I have to check off before I am ready to go do this event, which it allows me to procrastinate. It allows me to feed that other thing, because if I just check all those boxes off, I'm good. I have checked off my checklist. I can go do whatever the hell I want now because I have crossed off my to-do list. And that is my big teaching moment, is those fucking checklists. Make it, dude, it's one event. It's one pop-up. It's literally just one pop-up. You can ask any of these other pop-up chefs out there who go out to different, the Pearl, who go do pop-ups at bars, things like that. You can ask them, hey, what did you get ready? Oh, well, I chose a menu and I just executed it. I'm over here with a checklist that is 175, 164 check marks, check boxes big. And I promise you that is what's going to set me apart from everyone else who's done a pop-up at that business, at that facility, at that bar, whatever you want to call it. And so I cannot preach this enough. The power of checklists will defeat any opponent. If you think the event is too big for you to handle, make a checklist. If you think the event is going to be too crazy, too big, too wholesome, make a checklist. If you think you struggle with procrastination, make a checklist. If you think you struggle with getting a team together, make a checklist. If you struggle with communicating, make a fucking checklist. Promise you, the checklists are the key in my world for preparation and everything around it. I know you got a huge event coming up this week. What is your preparation looking like right now? You know, are you fucking, what's shopping? When are shopping days? How do you compartmentalize all this?
I mean, typically I have more space in between events, and coming off the weekend to a sick kid, coming into the podcast, event tomorrow, event the next day, and out of town this weekend. I'm starting to learn that for one, I asked for this. I was driving home today and just kind of becoming overwhelmed. I'm tired. We did the hike this morning.
Bro, good hike, by the way.
Great hike, man. Had that talk, you know, already productive in my own mind. It's just like, yo, I got to pick up the kid at 3. I still got to unload the van and reload it for tomorrow. Just thinking about all these things I have to do. And I just had to, like, be like, yo, stop complaining. You asked for these things. And kind of going into what we were just talking about with my clients or my aspirations. My clients weren't always on the party level. I'm pretty sure there was points in their life where they was putting in that work. You know, they was you know, working overtime hours and consecutively doing events after events to be able to enjoy themselves. So I had to be like, you know, God, thank you for showing me that I'm on the path. The path to where I want to be is hard work. And
but we gonna get it done.
We're gonna get it done, man. So in this case, to where I have back-to-back events, you know, it's just gonna be late nights. Like, as soon as I'm done here, go to the crib, start prepping for the morning, do the morning, go back home, start prepping for the next day, do that out. And that's a more of our side work, but just doing it. Be like Nike, man. You gotta get the job done either way. Yeah. There's no other way around it besides to do it, man. So that's kind of the mindset that I'm becoming more and more acquainted with, man.
And it's
just do
crazy the role that the mindset plays in everything.
It's all mine, bro.
You know, you were telling me earlier about how you use reverse psychology on yourself when you're heading. Man, I know this 18-hour day, 4-day stretch is gonna suck, and I can acknowledge that and just get the fuck over it. I know it exists. In my world, I always have to reverse psychology. When I'm going to an event, I have to sit there and tell myself, no, this is why I'm here. Mm-hmm. I'm happy to do it. This is why I booked this. I'm not going to ask any questions. Let's get it done. Like, I have to get myself in a mindset of not even giving the thought of it may or may not suck to exist. It's not going to suck because I'm here and I'm doing it, and that's the mindset I have to get into, because if I allow even one crack in that armor, if I allow even one just, oh God, hold on, Saturday we have to do breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Oh! Yeah. The moment that hits is the moment my life has become all the more difficult. So my prep is literally sitting in there, listening to whatever music I can to set that mood right and to get me, you know, like, honestly, before events, I don't feel like a chef. I don't feel like an event coordinator. Honestly, I feel like an athlete. I have my headphones in set to as loud as they can. I got some J. Cole playing. And then counting me out. I'm counting my bullets. I'm making a list. I'm checking it twice. I'm getting them hits. I'm sitting there just blaring it to overrun all those negative thoughts and to overrun, you know, I trim my brain with music, and that is my like, that's the mindset I have to get into.
That's cool, man.
If I'm not in that mindset, bang, done.
We might have to try that out. My boy Desmond's in the chat. I think we're going to be playing some J. Cole pre-shift now.
Hey.
Because I can see that definitely hyping this up,
dude,
man.
treat it like a weight room, bro.
You
Get
know,
your team together, have them sit down. All right, guys, this is breakfast for the day. And you're just blaring that hype music, bro.
Well,
I
like what Patrick McDavid pretty much preaches, like, you know, lean into the hurt. Like, lean into understanding, like, yo, this is going to suck, and do it anyways. I've been getting into that type of power, man, to where I see the hill is, like, super steep. It's, like, going to be a hard climb. It's cold. It's raining. My feet hurt. My body hurts. But do it anyways, man.
Yeah.
Like, cause man, there's a CT Fletcher for all my weightlifting folks, and we're gonna wrap it up here in a second. But man, he says it's still your motherfucking set. Like that's what he preaches. Like no matter what, you still gotta do it. And he's like, command your body. At the end of the day, it's mind over body, bro. Your body is just a shell. Day. You know, this is nothing. Like your mind controls everything. So.
How the ancient Chinese say it? The same water that hardens the egg softens the noodle. Mm-hmm. It's never been about your environment. It's always been about who you are. Mm-hmm. And shit, dog, that's the truth there. So, hey, let's wrap it up. I got one more little green tea ski for us. Side work. What I got coming up this week, I know we teased it during this preparation because that's what inspired it, is all our talks of, hey bro, how you getting ready? You got any advice for me? This is the advice I got for you. How can we help each other? This Saturday, I have a pop-up opportunity to go be at Slate Theory Winery, but this time not as a tour guide, but instead representing my event planning company, showing how we do it, how we execute the details, what makes us so special, and turning all the people that buy the food from me into clients and the challenges that come with that. From there on Wednesday evening, I'm having my final meeting with the client to getting them to sign the contract, giving me my deposit, my down payment on our services, and you know, using that to pay some bills and what have you.
Yes, sir.
And more importantly, building momentum. Letting good days turn into good weeks, not allowing myself to not have a good day anymore. Whether, you know, I sent you something earlier about the 9 different things, but we'll dive a little bit more into that at the end of all this, and catch us on later episodes. Join the Morning Brew if you need that daily dose of motivation.
Bingo ball.
Oh yeah, the bingo machine. All right. So while Justin goes and grabs that,
Yeah.
if you want to tell him about your side work, it's in
The side work, guys.
What you got planned for the week, my friend?
Yeah, so starting tonight, prepping for tomorrow. After tomorrow, prepping for the next day. After the next day, prepping for the next day after that. And then maybe I have a day off and then heading to Dallas. So we got USAA twice this week, back to back. Super honored about that, man. First and foremost, shout out to some executives at USAA who really likes your boy, who's really wanted to support the Chef College experience and giving us business quite a bit now. So thank you. It's always appreciated. I'm doing a luncheon tomorrow and then a bigger luncheon the next day. And then I got to meet up with my college kids from UTSA, helping me solve some problems in my business. I'm super excited about linking up with them and feeding some college kids some good food. And then from there, one of my day one clients, Octavia Reed, her husband is celebrating her 45th birthday. So I'm taking my boy Desmond and Mia out to Dallas, and we're gonna be there for the entire weekend, man. Serving up the family and the honorary birthday guy, Andrew Reed. So
Hell, dude, shit.
much love to you guys.
Shout outs to them. Look, dog, there ain't no bad days happening this week. That's a good fucking week. We keep those up, we got a good fucking month. You keep those up, we got a good fucking year.
Listen, I understand exactly what I'm up against, all right? I'm not going to deny it. So I'm going to drink tonight, drink to the accomplishments of last week.
Yo.
Understand, we still going to be successful at the end of the day. But don't get me wrong, I definitely look forward to being the mentor and not the mentee. Amen, amen.
Hey,
so let's.
Dude, on that note, I'll give you the first spin.
All right, so. Am I doing this wrong?
No, you got it. You're just being a little aggressive with it.
All right, so green is.
It's whatever. You gotta get 2 balls. Oh, no, you gotta go the other way. Yeah.
Okay, green and black. Look like money in my people.
Yo. All right.
like
So let's see here.
I like that, bro. That's a good.
Oh, you about to shoot some dice, bro?
Yeah, I feel good about that one.
Hey, when's the last time you shot some dice in your life?
I actually don't shoot dice.
Oh, bro, you are
Contrary
missing
to
out.
popular belief, all black people don't shoot dice.
Oh man, I got white and black.
Ooh.
Someone play me, MJ.
Look at you. You got a for real.
All right, so let me pull these back up.
No
with these
gray
set
areas,
four.
bro. It's either hot or cold.
All right, I mean, shit. When I was younger, people always say, Gilbert, people either love you or they hate you. There's no in between. Here we are.
I think this is gonna be personal.
So let's see. Dude, it's always personal. Let's see. All right, so the colors and the coordination. What you got? You got,
I got
green,
black, so that's what free space in Africa.
Yeah, black can be Africa or it can be soup/salad. Green is free space no matter which way you put it.
Bingo?
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't need to be bingo. It can stay on us. There's nothing we're going to use with it. And so then I got black and white. And then black represents soup and salad or Africa. And white is dessert. Oh, we already did African dessert. So it's European. A European soup I've already done. All right, I got to redraw.
Or you can do a salad. Or it's still the same.
Yeah, because it stays the same space.
Thanks.
All right, redraw. All right, there we go. Red, Latin American, white dessert. I'm doing Latin American dessert.
There you go.
Well, what you got, my friend?
Let's do black is what?
It can be Africa or it can be soup and salad. And green is free space no matter which way you take it.
Ooh,
So you can do free space of region and do a super salad, or you can do a free space in Africa.
Is that available? Free space?
In Africa, yeah.
No. Africa is super salad. Is that available?
I want to say yes.
All right, let's do that.
Real quick, Justin, can you check the board, the bingo board?
Change it back.
Oh, do we have African super salad? Yeah, of course we got it. Sorry, I didn't know this. Yes. So African super salad.
Yeah.
And then your boy's got his Latin American dessert. All right. Thank you all for joining us. Look forward to next week. I'll be doing a Latin American dessert. Kais will be doing an African super salad. For the educational piece, I'll teach y'all how to shoot some dice. It's a real fun game. And I already cashed out. I already got the 7. What's good? Run me my check. Pay me. The guild's in this biz.
Rip me out the plastic.
Thank y'all for joining us. Thank y'all for tuning in. This has been the Mirepoix, episode 49. Hit that ending soon. Thank you all. Cheers to y'all. We look forward to seeing y'all next week. Follow us on all our socials. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Tell your friends about it. Let the world know we exist.